Hey guys. So it's been a while since I've shown anything to do with my texture scanning setup. I just wanted to give an update to kind of show where I'm at. Um, Mainly because I'm actually gonna change up how I was thinking of doing things, and I need some parts from inside this crazy box. Um, but I just wanted to, do a proof of concept to show the way I was thinking of doing things was viable. So the way I had things set up before, I had a manual kind of control box with like a rotary switch, which would cycle through my different LEDs. At the time, I think I had five LEDs and a backlight control. And so what I would do, I would, you know, flip one on and then hit the remote shutter, turn to the other, same thing until I went through the six. And then when I got through the six of them, I would have to go to the sort of reach in to the camera. And I had it was meant for follow focus stuff, but I adapted it to be used on a thin circular polarizer thing. Um, but it was like a little filter handle that I would turn 90 degrees. It was kind of, I had on the lens marked out in, I think, chalk or something, where I needed to rotate it to. And basically hope that I didn't bump the camera to mess up, the shots like in between. But yeah, how I decided to go with the setup now is I didn't know anything about Arduino and any kind of electronics. I still don't know that much, but I kind of did research and figured some stuff out along the way. So I had this gear printed to go around the circular polarizer. It's kind of a rubber material, so it sort of can stretch a little bit over it, so there's tension to kind of hold it in place. I then have this stepper motor that I made a bracket for, and it has this gear on it, and it is attached to the camera rails on the camera cage thing. So when I decide I want to sort of zoom in, I can adjust that thing and move the stepper motor gear with it. And what this will do is rotate the polarizer for me, so I won't have to reach in hoping I won't bump into stuff, and just have that all done automatically. So of course I have a remote shutter cable thing. It's actually an adapter. I noticed they have they're these universal intervalometers, and obviously, if you have a different brand of camera or type of camera that has a different connection, um, you you need an adapter, and they tend to the adapters they use are these kind of stereo cable. I don't know what they're called. Um, but yeah, instead of sort of having the specific connection, you can just have a universal one. So if I get a different camera or a camera with a different kind of connection, I can still use this setup. Um, Also, I have a bunch of DC outputs. On this one, I have, I think, 13. So it would have been 12 LED lights and then a backlight. And then this cable here is for my the power to the stepper motor, the power and control to it. On the back, I have two DC inputs. The one on the right is for the LED, um, so I can control the brightness of that. And the one on the left is for my Arduino and other things inside of there. Um, the reason I have two is, controlling the LEDs, you know, um, varying kind of the brightness on them. Right now, I just have it hooked up with a 12-volt battery pack. So at some point, I could make this whole thing mobile. We'll see if that's actually even feasible. But, running on a battery makes it so. Inside, I have two relay boards stacked on top of each other. They have 8 relays each, an Arduino Mega with lots of outputs for me to mess with, And this is a easy driver, the stepper motor driver, that controls that stuff. And then the LEDs I have here are, you know, really fucking overkill. These are Cree XHP70s. I'm gonna be driving them right now, and it's not even near what they can get to, but this is still way brighter than I would ever really need in my kind of setup. But I figured, if you needed more and you don't have it, you might want it. But if you have too much, you're good. You can just turn that shit down. So yeah, I just wanted to do a proof of concept for how this whole thing will work. Basically, what'll happen is I'll hit this button here, and it will start turning on these LEDs. The shutter will release. When it goes through these 6, it'll turn the polarizer and then go through a whole another set of shots. So let's have a look. So there you have it. I mean, it's definitely better than the way I did it before. The stepper motor thing has certain drawbacks. I'll, explain that a little later, and it's kind of why I'm gonna be changing things up. But, yeah, I just wanted to share this proof of concept and just sort of say it works.